friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making homemade apple cider donuts. Apple cider donuts are one of my favorite fall things to eat, and I'm very excited to try to make my own. I will be using Lewisburg Cider Mill apple cider. They do have a donut like recipe packet thing you can buy at their country store. I will be using their cider, but I'm going to be making them from scratch, so I'm going to use a recipe from Taste of Home, which I will link in the description box, of course. I'm not tweaking the recipe at all, so this is just basically here's the visual of how to make the recipe. I am very excited about this. The first thing that we're going to do is boil 2 cups of apple cider in the saucepan, and then let that cool. I need to melt butter and let that cool. But yeah, that is what we're doing at the moment, and then later on this afternoon we will be doing the actual frying. So I'm going to get 2 cups of this and pour it into the saucepan and start boiling that, and then I'll see you. Once it came to a boil, I set a timer for 12 minutes. 12 minutes later, we have our reduced apple cider. Wow, my brain. So I'm supposed to let this cool completely, but something that I'm gonna do before I let it start cooling is add in the 6 tablespoons of butter, because I'm all about saving time and saving dishes to wash. So because I already have a warm pan, I'm going to just melt the butter straight into the apple cider, which is going to be mixed together eventually anyways, and both the melted butter and the apple cider are supposed to cool prior to the rest of the cooking. This is 6, and I just kind of cut it up into chunks, and I'm gonna stir it up, try to keep it warm, and then I'll let that cool completely, and then we'll come back and put all the ingredients together. The dough will have to chill for an hour, so this is a pretty long process, but the dough will have to chill for an hour, and then we will fry the donuts, and yeah. Okay, so now that that has had time to cool, we are going to move on, and I'm going to put 3.5 cups of white flour, because I don't have any wheat flour. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. We'll find out together. The next thing we're going to add is 2/3 cup packed brown sugar. So here's our brown sugar, 1/3 cup. And pack that in there. Brown sugar kind of has the consistency of moon sand. 2/3. All right, now that we have got the brown sugar, we're gonna do 2 teaspoons baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon salt. We're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of ground cardamom, which I love cardamom. It smells so good. 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. And then 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon. Yeah, okay, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon. The last ingredient is 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. There we go. All right, now that we have all of our dry ingredients, well, they're not all dry ingredients technically because we put the sugar in there, but now that we have all of those ingredients together, I'm going to whisk it up. It smells really good. Now that we have the basis for our dough, I'm gonna bring over the cooled apple cider and butter mixture. So I have 2 cups of apple cider reduced and 6 tablespoons of butter. in here, and I'm going to crack 2 room temperature eggs. So now that I have 2 eggs in here, I'm just gonna whisk that together to just sort of combine them and beat the eggs into the apple cider and butter. I'm going to add the wet to the dry ingredients and mix it up until it is a sticky dough. Feels very mixed in there. There's not any flour bits remaining. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator covered, and I'm going to let it chill for an hour. So it is just about time to take the dough out of the refrigerator. I prepared a baking sheet with foil and paper towels to catch the oil, and then a drying rack, which I'll put there it goes. I'll put the donuts on once I take them out of the fryer. So I have that for over here, and some tongs for that. The next thing I'm going to quick get ready before I start is I'm going to put sugar and cinnamon in here for some of the donuts. And then in this bowl, I'm going to make a maple syrup vanilla glaze. I'm kind of going off of a recipe from Taste of Home, which I will put in the description box as well. This, I'm just kind of gonna put stuff in there till I like the way it looks. But for the glaze, I am kind of going off the recipe, but I'm modifying it, and I will put my modifications in the description box. For the donuts, the only thing that I've done differently so far is I melted the butter into the apple cider once it was done boiling, and that's the only difference I made. So I'm not really going to rewrite the recipe. You'll just click on the link or follow the video, because the whole recipe is in the video. So yeah, I'm just going to get this ready to go and the glaze ready to go, and I will put the recipe I used to make the glaze, and then we will get back to donuts. Okay, so now that the cinnamon sugar is ready and the maple glaze is ready, the first thing that we're going to do is divide the really sticky dough in half, and then pull it out here. And we gotta flour our surface, which I almost forgot to do. But I'm just gonna lightly flour the surface and then pull the excess flour off to the side, and flour my roller, and just put some flour on the top and just roll it out. I don't want it to be completely flat or anything like that, just flat enough to be able to be a donut. So I'm just kind of like lightly just touching the flour and then touching the dough to just kind of pull that out. It does really smell a lot like cardamom. Okay, and I'm gonna cut some donuts. So first I have this pastry cutter, which is just a circle. My dad actually uses this for Sfogliatelle. So what we're gonna do is cut out a donut, and then we're gonna cut out the donut hole. Now I don't have a nice metal cookie cutter donut hole, so we have 2 options. Tiny teacup and half a tiny Easter egg. This is my niece's, these are my niece's toys. Anyone that knows them, I did give them a thorough washing before I'm doing this. Soap and water and everything. They use these as actual cups and like actually drink from them. It's really cute. I'm gonna start with the teacup. We're gonna see how that goes. Just gonna press it in the center there and try to lift up our donut. That's our donut. This is our number 1, donut number 1, because we're still waiting for the oil to heat up. So I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm going to reform the dough and just keep going. But while we're here, I'm gonna try it with this. There's our second donut. I think Easter egg might be winning for donut holes. They're tinier, they're cute. I'm a fan. I'm gonna do them 2 at a time. This part might be pretty boring because I'm just letting them fry in there. So I might come back when they're all done and show you the final result, and then we'll taste test them. I would say about 17 donuts because I do have some pieces that fell apart. So 17 donuts and about 18 donut holes because I did get 1 extra hole, but the donut fell apart, so I just like reintegrated it. I'm very excited to try them. My mom is on her way over to my house and we are going to taste them together. I'm very excited about it. I think that they look really pretty. Like, they're very old-fashioned glaze. I'm gonna take a picture of them. You'll see it as the thumbnail, but they're really pretty. I like them a lot. So I'm just gonna wait on my mom to get here and then I'll plate them and we will taste them.
Yummy. They're good.
They are a donut hole, a maple glazed donut hole. Mmm.
Yummy.
They're good. I thought you were gonna want the cinnamon sugar.
I'll try that one next. Cinnamon sugar donut hole. Mmm. It's good too.
Yay!
Mmm. Yummy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming to try it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and comment down below something else that you would like me to cook. These turned out really good and I highly suggest you make them. I highly suggest you make all of these things that I make. I would totally let you know if it didn't taste as good as I would like it to, but these are actually really good. And if you like apple cider donuts, try to make them yourself. Super fun. If you don't have a deep fryer, which is what I use to fry them, then you can just use oil in a long skillet pan. Just make sure that it's at 375 degrees. I will put on the screen, obviously you just watched, I put on the screen all of the ingredients in the recipe, and I will link the original recipe below. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for watching. It would make my heart super, super happy if you would subscribe to my channel so that we can be friends and support my channel. Share this video with any of your cooking friends. And yeah. Bye.